When I take a look at the Season 7 finale Shadowplay and its reveal of Star Swirl the Bearded after years of hints and Easter eggs throughout the show, I still get more than a little excited that the writing staff actually followed through with a setup which started all the way back in Season 2. But I do admit, I really wish there could have been more interaction between Star Swirl and the Royal Sisters. I mean, surely Celestia and Luna would have been overjoyed at the prospect of bringing Star Swirl back to the modern age, right? They are one of the few who actually knew him before his name became legend. And then I began to wonder, should Luna have been playing the part that Starlight was given here? Think about it for a moment. The whole point of having Starlight in the story was to bring the perspective of a reformed villain who found the power of friendship and forgiveness. Couldn't Luna fill that exact same role? What's more, Twilight was stuck trying to read Star Swirl's journal, and it was Starlight who was the only one capable of understanding the illegible handwriting. What if instead Luna recognized the handwriting because she actually corresponded with Star Swirl back in the day? And hey, she would have written letters in Old Ponish back then as well. Not to mention, if Twilight was having trouble figuring out Star Swirl's journal, why wouldn't she think to ask someone who might have actually known him? Come to think of it, that would have made for an excellent callback to the Season 2 episode Luna Eclipsed, since Luna was the only one who even recognized Twilight's costume. Of course Twilight would have remembered something like that. Now let's take it one step further. Luna having a personal attachment to Star Swirl could play a very significant role in the story. Whilst Twilight is having her fangirl moments leading up to the reveal, Luna could start worrying about what she could say to her old friend after all this time. And then when Star Swirl is speaking of all the potential evils that the Pony of Shadows could inflict upon the lands of Equestria, and how there is no other choice but to contain or even destroy such evil, how poignant would it have been for Luna when Star Swirl begins to ask what she's been up to after so many years of him being away? The look of fear and hesitation on her face, seeing her friend and even possible mentor after more than 1,000 years, and being hinted that he'd view her actions as Nightmare Moon as unforgivable? Could Luna even bear to tell him the truth in such a moment? Or would she shrink away, changing the subject? To be honest, I think Luna would have had an even greater cause to look into Stygian's motivations than even Starlight would. And wouldn't Stygian be more willing to listen to someone like Luna anyways? Especially if Stygian actually met her back in the day? And if during that heartfelt conversation amidst the climax, it was only then that Luna felt compelled to tell both Stygian and Star Swirl about her fall into Nightmare Moon, showing to both of them that it was friendship and forgiveness that made her stronger and even saved her during her darkest hour? Looking back now, using Starlight for this role was indeed a good choice. She had the motivation, the magic, and even a deep connection with Twilight to help sell the story. But I am curious as to whether Shadowplay might have had a deeper impact on the audience if Luna was in the starring role here. She may not have as personal a connection with Twilight, mind you, but most certainly having more personal stakes with Star Swirl and perhaps even Stygian if you played up the flashbacks a certain way. I wonder if any of the MLP writers might have had this in mind at any point in the development process. But even if they did, why wouldn't they have used it? What do you think? I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.